All right, so good morning, everybody, and we have our amazing guest this morning on my intentional parenting journey. We've been sharing on my intentional parenting journey with the parents who are in the inner circle. And today we have the amazing grandmother all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. And it's going to be quite an interesting conversation because this will be the first grandmother we're having sharing her intentional parenting journey. You don't want to miss it. Tag your friends, tag your families, share link with them, and let's have this amazing conversation. So Dianne Smith is a Yada. She's a parent in the inner circle. And at our last review, we do an annual review every year when we are done with the year. And she was sharing with me why she even joined the inner circle. And I was just amazed. How do we have about 5 grandparents in the inner circle? And so I thought and she sent me a chat. She said, I would like to share my intentional parenting journey with the audience as well. I am so glad today. It's 3 a.m. her time. The things that inner circle parents can do, I can't even fathom it. It is 3 a.m. her time, and she's awake sharing her intentional parenting journey. I am really grateful, ma. Thank you for coming on this show. And
Thank you for having me.
thank you, ma. So tell us, how did you know about the Intentional Parent Academy?
So, Coach Wendy, there, good morning, world. There is a saying when the student is ready to learn,
Mm,
the teacher shows up. So,
mm,
I became a new grandmother, and parenting and grandparenting is quite different. So my
mm,
children range from age 35 to 27. And in that era, the way I parented my children, I knew that I cannot support my children. I could in the same way to parent their children, and I could not
mm.
assist the grandchildren the same way. They're going to leave me behind. I remember when my daughter was young, she told me one day, Mommy, Granny slow.
Mm,
So I did not want to be that slow grandmother who
mm.
is not aware of what is happening. So
Oh,
I
wow.
started looking through, scrolling through to just find more. I needed more. I needed to be more on top of the game.
Mm.
Started searching. I started looking. I remember coming up on the TIP annual conference, and somehow I lost it. And fortunately, you know, God helped me. I found it back and I was
Mm.
able to connect.
Wow, that's amazing. So via TIP conference, I like how Madam Diana Smith said it. She said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. and,
Yes.
and that was it. So what made you even take the step to say, I want to join an academy? Why didn't you just stop at the conference?
Because I wanted to join the academy because I want to ensure I fulfill purpose, and I also wanted to create a legacy, ensuring that I intentionally pass down this legacy to my to generations to come. So I
Mm,
wanted to ensure that my children were well able to take that, I was able to give them enough. And
mm,
I know because I wasn't trained, I did the parenting with a little top up from what I got from my parents. I read books, and on the job, I always said I am not going to treat my children at home any less than I treated my staff on the job. So I knew I needed more. So I went ahead and I joined the academy. Um, about, well, I registered and I joined the academy, and it has helped me so much. So much. It has helped me to integrate my daily focus with my long term perspective. So I think in terms of legacy because I want to fulfill my purpose and I want to leave that legacy. So I know that I must choose daily what I do. I must choose to ensure that the influence I have, the influence I use, that it remains where even when I'm gone, I'm able to leave that legacy, not only with material things.
Mm.
I want to leave that legacy. So the tools and the strategies, what I heard in the conference, I just knew that being in the inner circle, I would have benefited more. I wanted to be intentional about the sort of influence that I left, not only on my children, but on generations to come.
Wow, wow. Legacy, legacy, legacy. You guys,
Yes.
are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? I am live with Grandma Diane Smith, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, and she's from the Caribbean. She's not Nigerian. And she has been in the academy for the past 1 year. She's going to level 2 for your information. Everything that we have taught in the academy, she has practiced. Her husband, her children, her grandchildren, and all of that. What is really very striking is her reason, legacy. And that's my description of legacy. My description of legacy is not in things, it's in the instructions that you pass on, it's in the
Yes.
life people that you live. And for me, Madam Diana Smith is getting into the inner circle as a form of legacy for her children. Wow, this is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. And so while she was in the inner circle, I wanted to share a bit, ma. What happened? How did you and Grandpa, may God bless his soul, decide to go and also join the Marriage Seal Academy? Why did you get to that point where you think, okay, I also need to work on my marriage as well, even at this age?
So Coach Wendy, as I said, I wanted to leave a legacy. Three
Mm,
of my children are married. They've been married, I think, 5 years and under. And we wanted to ensure that whatever we leave behind, so we would have, thank God, we would have done a fairly good job, but there was more. There was more to life. And I actually like the fact that it's family. So you
mm,
parenting and your husband, Coach Kunle, the governor, he will do the marriage aspect of it. So we decided that we were going to join. And the little things that we didn't get right, the little things that we needed to leave, as a legacy, we will catch up on it. Stephen Covey said in his, I remember reading a book from Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And habit number 7 said, sharpen the soul. So we needed to sharpen the soul. We needed to
mm,
ensure that what we left behind, and you see how life turns out? Because
mm,
when we started that program, we never thought, neither of us thought that my husband would have passed on at the young age of 65.
mm,
He never thought because nothing was wrong with him. So we really intended to sharpen the soul and to leave that legacy for our children that they will see. We needed to sometimes do the course. He was able to just write down, we were able to write the things that we loved and admired about each other, and
mm,
just tell each other. And it was a beautiful session. And it was
mm,
of, I have to say, I would not have known about the governor if it was not for the inner circle. So I really think, in my opinion. Forgive me for advertising at this time, but I really believe that parents, if you see, when your marriage is good, when the family is good, it helps you as family. When the marriage is good, it trickles down into everything in family. So
Mm.
I want to encourage parents, even at this time, if you haven't joined, it is a good place to be because you want to sharpen the saw. You want to ensure that you have it covered on both fronts.
Mm. Thank you so much, Grandma. If you have not sharpened the saw, I like how the first time that I joined that set of the conclave where Grandma was in, and when I saw him and Grandpa, I asked my husband. I said, "You have grandparents in the conclave?" He said, "Oh yes, the Smiths. They are from the Caribbean." I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't even know that they were inner circle parents." And I went ahead and I said, "Oh, how did you meet them?" And he said, "I think they are also in the TRP Academy." And I now went back,
Yes.
started to research, and I saw Grandma Diane Smith. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, I didn't even know that." And it
Yes.
was the enthusiasm to learn. It was how they were submitting their assignment. And I was like, but their marriage is already done. As in, but it was until Grandma said that this is about legacy. Yes, we have lived our lives, but what is it that we're going to leave for our children? That struck me. So it's not just about, oh, I'm doing this, I want to be the best, I want to do. Yes, but there's also more to it. When you leave, what do you leave?
Hmm.
When you
Yes.
leave, what do you leave behind? This is even instructive for me. And Grandma has said to you that it's not advertising for governor, but she's advertising. Everybody who has been in the conclave comes here to come and say they want to advertise. It's fine. Gov, you have ambassadors. So well done, man.
Thank you.
So, it's. I want you to share with us, how you've been able to do some of these applications with your children and even your grandchildren, because I'm sure that so many people are listening. They are wondering, I have grown children. Why do I need to be in the inner circle? Because I've seen people who say, my child is 18. I don't need to learn anymore. Please, what do you say to that, ma'am?
Parents, I say once for me, my life is about continuous learning and growing. I always tell my children, I don't want to be left behind. I want to continuously learn because I'm alive. And I
Hmm.
don't think when you're alive, you're supposed to just wait and say, okay, so when am I going to die? We're supposed to live every moment. So for me, I intended to live. And I have a grandson. My eldest grandchild is 2 years old. So every now and then, I didn't beat much. I didn't shout much, so I didn't yell much. However, now and then I would beat a little according. But my grandchild, when I told my children and sat down and we had discussions on how they can discipline using verbal correction, emotional coaching, setting boundaries, ignoring, silence and deliberate programming, consequences, storytelling, teaching skills, role modeling, and the rest of it. When we discussed it and we talked about it, my grandson who is 2 years old, and 2-year olds, they throw tantrums, and sometimes if you're not if you do not know how to do it, sometimes you think that licks is it, you must hit them and that will bring them into alignment. But he's 2 years old and he's never been beaten. We have never hit him, and he understands. So we train him, we coach him. He knows to
Hmm.
take up his toys when he's through. We ensure we practice, we consistency. Pack your toys back up. You finish, we need you to pack your toys. And we're consistent and we work with him. In fact, his mother even bought him when we spoke about executive functioning skills, he already has his knife set because he's preparing to go into the kitchen with his parents to assist and to learn how. So they're just waiting until he's free and he's going to be in the kitchen learning. He already has his knife set. He already understands when when they change his pampers, that he must put it in the bin. They have him assisting when they put doing his laundry. He helps to put his things in the washer. So he
Mm.
is learning. They are learning. And even as a grandmother, even as a mother with adult children, my role is not to just keep what I have and to say nothing and to do nothing with it. I must be a river, not a reservoir. So I must be able to hand down and pass down the things I know so that my children will be better for it. I remember you said, was it in a book or is it in a quote? If you have achieved any level of success, pour it into someone. Success is not
Mm.
success without a successor. So for me, I
Yes.
yes, I remember the quote. I cannot remember if it's something you said or if it was in a book. However, it is something I am seeking to do to ensure that I pass it on.
Mm. Amazing, amazing. I remember that that was our last webinar. The thing is, I see grandma in all of the webinars. Did you hear her summarize the discipline that works? Yadas, did you guys hear grandma summarize the discipline, the tools? She talked about the tools. She talked about how she has used the tools on her grandchild. I don't know who heard, but maybe because I'm the author of that book, it was so easy for me to connect. As she was saying it, I was like, wow. See the way she put all of this together just to, make sense in 6 seconds with it. If you heard her talk about the discipline that works, let me see you make chat in the comment section. And then she quoted one of the quotes that we used at our last conversation when we're talking about legacy. Our last webinar was on building, the webinar before the last was on building family legacies. And I said that success is not success without a successor. If you have learned something and you don't pour it into another person, you are not successful. Your success is only when you have seen the next person and you have poured it in. And grandma says that this is what she's doing, that this is what she's about right now. I want to be able to pour what I have known, learned, and put it in someone and then use it. The person will use it, and that's when I know that success, that's what success is. I wanted to share a bit about having a young coach that is like a daughter. Share a bit about that because I know that a lot of people are also very skeptical about it.
Coach, for me, well, because I have young people in my home, and even
So sorry,
before
I think I
it's
was cut off. Yeah.
right. So I am saying I have young people in my home. My children range from 35 to 27. And I do not have a problem with young people. In fact, on the job when I worked, I love young people. They can come with innovative ideas. I think once you show young people love and respect, they're going to love and respect you. So it was no problem for me at all coming to learn from somebody who could have been my daughter, or from my husband and myself going to learn from somebody who could have been our son, because we have our children. Remember I said, I told my children I do not want to be left behind. So if they
Mm,
see me lagging behind in any way, their responsibility is to ensure I come up to scratch. So even as I try and I educate myself and I sharpen the saw. I encourage them. If they see me lagging behind, to encourage me so that we will grow together. I will not be left behind, and we could grow together as a team. So
Grow
it
together.
really was a problem.
Mm, amazing. I asked that question because I know that quite a number of people would say, what are they going to teach me, and how am I going to learn? I like that. I like how Grandma answered that. She said it is about sharpening your skills, you
Yeah.
know, and it's not necessarily about who's that. I know at the beginning she said when the student is ready, the teacher is given. Thank you so much, Grandma. Can you tell us about the webinars, what you learned from webinars, and how you were able to use the webinars in the inner circle?
So, coach, the webinars, they were excellent for me. When I had my own children, sex educate and empower my children. If I'm to give myself a grade now, I would have given myself a failing grade. Because when I look at what I have learned and what I've been able to implement, at that time, didn't know exactly how to. So I was teaching my children things like books and boys don't go well together. And the level of sex education was really not there. Now that I have my 2 year old, we have started already. So what I've started doing, I have already, he knows we call the body parts by name. And even though he's not fully aware, we talk. So the conversation has started. So he's not going to be left behind. He knows he's a male child. The girl, my granddaughter, she is a year plus, and she's in on another island. And the other one, the third one, is a baby. He is just 3 months old. So I'm really more working more with the 2 year old, and he's usually at my home Monday to Friday. So I have enough time to work with him.
Hmm.
And when,
Amazing.
yes,
I mean, imagine having. I'm just listening to you, Grandma, and I'm imagining that we all have grandmothers where our children can go and they are learning the things that we're learning. How easy it will become for us. It will be such an easy journey. I see quite a number of parents come to me and say, I can't drop my children in my parents' home. I can't drop my children in my in-laws' home because they really don't understand some of the things that we're saying. But such an advantage you have become to your children and your grandchildren. So imagine that your children can just close their eyes and just say, you know what? Grandma knows what to do with you. Just stay
yes.
with grandma. And they just take off. Oh my
And that
goodness.
is
Such
the idea. That is the idea that
honestly.
we all speak the same language. When they come to
Yes.
my home, they know we all speak the same language, and we all understand that this sex conversation begins with us.
Hmm.
So we must all speak the same language.
This is just mind blowing. I'm looking beyond just parenting to grandparenting now, and I'm now seeing why even grandparents should be part of the academy. As
Of
in, I'm
course.
I'm so wowed.
Coach, and I can also tell you, this is only one sex educate and empower. The honoring, you see, when you thought of teaching honoring as a skill, for me, that was mind
Hmm.
blowing because
Hmm.
we learned, you read in the Bible, honor your father and your mother. And as I was telling my children, we discussed, and I said, how do we honor? When the Bible say honor, we actually say, but how? So we just tell the children, the Bible say honor your parents. But what
Mm.
does the Bible really mean? What does it mean when he says honor? Honor, we never taught them because we ourselves never understood what it
Mm.
meant. So we never taught them how. And that was important. So what we did this year, I have a sister, and she is one of the peer, one of the persons who speak into the lives of my children. That person who is not the parent who you need from time to time to speak
Yes.
into the lives of your children. She's one of those persons. And she doesn't have any children, but she has been such an outstanding person in the lives of all of her nieces and nephews.
Mm.
But we honored that lady in such a marvelous way. She understood, she appreciated the fact that all her nieces and nephews and cousins, and we did a great job because we understood what honoring is about.
Mm. Mm.
And in our homes, in our home, so from time to time, I would invite persons, honor them, and teach
Mm.
them how to honor others.
This is amazing. This is amazing. See how grandma took honor as a skill, broke it
Yes,
down into practical terms, and implemented it in her home. My goodness. Grandma Diane Smith, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, is with us here, sharing her intentional parenting journey. Let me just do a brief summary if you're just joining us. Grandma said that she joined the inner circle after she got in contact with watching the TIP annual conference. The TIP annual conference is a conference we host every year, and it cuts across the globe, right? So people joining from everywhere around the world. And she got in contact with that, and then she started to listen. And immediately, she said, immediately I saw the inner circle, and I knew that I wanted to be in the inner circle. And then she started to join the inner circle, and then so sorry, I think I was a bit caught off. All right. So, and she said she knew that she wanted to be in the inner circle. And then immediately she registered. And she said her reason for registering in the inner circle is because she wanted to leave a legacy for her children. That is, for me, everything. She wanted to leave a legacy. And then from the inner circle, she said she and her husband found out about the marriage seal, which is founded by my husband, who is a marriage counselor. And they jumped in to go and do the course. And she said before her husband died, that she would have thought that, oh, okay, we would do this later. And that it was one of the best things that they had to do just before he passed. So she said that one of the things that she's going to advise everybody is to sharpen their marriage so that their parenting will be easy. It's so amazing. And then she started to break down what she has learned in the book. Grandma reads all the books. She's active, she's in all the sessions. She takes it and then she implements it in an amazing way. She just shared with us how she implemented the book, The Discipline That Works. She just shared with us how she implemented the honor as a skill, and she used it as an example to teach her children even to honor. She said something so profound for me. She said the Bible says, oh, honor your mother, honor your father, but nobody really teaches you what honor really means. Nobody really teaches you how to honor. And she said after that session, her mind was blown, and she went into work to make sure that honor becomes something tangible. And as Grandma Diana Smith was sharing, I was just thinking, I said, child, just imagine that every grandmother, right, is actually learning at this space. She teaches her grandson sex conversations. So her children can just literally leave the children and just go their way. Omo, I'm envying these children. and
yes.
you know, and that is something really amazing. For your information, Grandma Diane Smith is streaming live all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, and she's a parent in the inner circle. And this is 3 a.m. her time. So when I tell you that we can move mountains in the inner circle, I know what I'm saying. See how we're bringing very powerful people. That Madam Dianne Smith all the way. Thank you again so much, Ma, for joining us. Please share with us what will you tell parents who have older children who are contemplating should I join the inner circle or not? What would be your advice to them, ma'am?
Parents, if you have older children and you have not yet joined the inner circle, I want to tell you, if you have built castles in the air, we all want to see our children regardless of their ages. We want to see our grandchildren. You don't want your work to be lost. What you need to do as grandparents, put foundations under them. Join the inner circle because it is important. Even as a grandmother who only has one son living at her home, my husband and I, we were able to sit down with that son and we were able to do our mission statement, our vision statement, our core values, and we to live by them. It is not too late. And you want to be able with your adult children because it's the how you see the modeling and the teachable moments. You cannot teach the older children the same way you would do the younger children. But there is a way. So we use the modeling, we use the role modeling, look for teachable moments and we ensure that we do it. And there will be times you will sit and you have conversations and you actually teach in those conversations how to do it. So it is not too late. So if you're a grandmother, you want to leave that legacy. You want to ensure that your children do a great job when you're gone. So please join the inner circle and also encourage your children join it because you'll be able to pass down. You'll have something that your children will be proud of you. Your grandchildren will be proud of you. You don't you We're not waiting for them to make us proud, but we are doing it and they will be proud of us when they see us in action.
Mm, mm. We are not waiting for our children to make us proud. We are doing everything so that our children will be proud of us. That's one of the things that I leave with the parents in the inner circle. The idea is for you to model to the point where your children look at you tomorrow and they say, yes, we are proud of our parents. And it's never too late. Grandma Diane Smith has proven that with her spouse, it's never too late. They started learning marriage. My husband will through the classes, they will do the assignments, they will submit. I saw it myself. It wasn't, they didn't come to the class like, oh, let's just come and listen to what's happening. No, they were, in fact, they were one of the most serious students in the conclave, if I remember. And it was
Mhm.
just amazing. They just paid attention. Their attention was, okay, it's not late. We're going to still model what we need to model. And I
Yeah.
like the way Grandma said it. She said, we are not, it's not about us teaching when our children have now become older. It's now about us living the life. So they will remember what we have done. And that is the tool that she has taken. So instead of dragging her children to say, you go and learn, they are submitting themselves to the process. They learn parenting, they are learning marriage, and their children are watching and saying, oh,
Yes.
wow. As in, we're really proud of you, mom. We are really proud of you. There's nothing as sweet as a child telling a parent, I am proud of you. I know how that feels.
Yes.
And when you are looking for how your children will make you proud, you miss the goal. Always look
Mhm.
for how you will make your children proud. And that's where the real deal is. Are you guys following us? It's been an amazing for me. Somebody says grandma's passion for me. Grandma, people are saying, God bless you for waking up 3 a.m. to come and bless us with your story. And we are so very grateful. It is so amazing. I'm really honored to be, hearing this. And Grandma said something. He said, you don't stop learning. And that was it for me. She's not just telling you, she's proving it. You don't stop learning. You don't get to a point and you say, oh, you know what? I just stopped. I've stopped learning and all of that. Meanwhile, grandma was she worked, with a lot of people under her. Grandma, tell us a bit about your work life and how you got to learn about learning.
So I worked at a telecommunications company. I actually managed staff. I was a customer service manager. And well, I retired. Well, we had early retirement. I think it was in 2015. So I took early retirement. And it was during that time of employment, it was such an I enjoyed my work. For me, because of I guess because of the person I am, it was really great to work with my staff. I continue to learn and grow so that I could also assist my staff and help them to grow as well. So I guess because of that background, I continue to learn and grow. And for me, learning and growing is very, very important. And you see, relationship coaches, see those connection tools that you see to us every day. I am
Mm,
telling you, some of the tools grandparents and parents with older children, some may not be applicable today according to what it is. You may not be able to implement this one today. But if you consider from time to time, you do it, you use the connection tools. I am telling you, you are going to connect and ensure that you maintain connection with your children because relationship is
mm.
key. If you and it helps so much, it's easy to communicate when the children make a mistake, when they do something, they will make mistakes. Even the adults, they're going to make mistakes. But you see, when you have that connection, it is easy to sit with them and have that conversation. Nobody is quarreling. Nobody, it's a conversation and they can come and, so why did you think I went wrong? Where did you think I went wrong? And you can have the conversation. So parents, you see the connection tools, they're critical, they're important for building relationships.
Connection tools are critical and important for building relationship. If you're not in the inner circle, you might never understand when we say connection tools. Connection tools are tools that we use in the inner circle to help you connect with your children intentionally. Yes, because I have realized that anything you leave to chance will just chance you. Like
Yes.
the Dr. P said yesterday, if you parent casually your children and you yourself will become a casualty. You don't want to just be casual about it. If you do not build a relationship, if you do not build a relationship, they will leave you. I like how grandma shared about her work life and how because she built relationship and that helped her to always continue to learn. See, the moment you build a relationship with people, your children, you want to learn because you want to be relevant. And that's
Mhm.
where grandma got her love for learning, love for continuous learning, because she said learning is continuous. You don't stop learning. And like I said, she said something, that said she said she used modeling. I love that somebody is teaching us and she's modeling it. She's not just saying it without modeling it. This is just so, this is one of the sweetest, conversations I've had in this my parenting, intentional parenting journey. And I am going to begin to round up so that grandma can go back to sleep. So, grandma, tell us, tell us what your advice to parents who are watching us and what they need to do going forward.
Parents, um, I want to encourage you, be in your children's memory today. If you want to be in their memories tomorrow, you have to be in their lives today. So I want to encourage parents to ensure that they're in a positive light in their children's lives today. I want to encourage parents, those of you in the inner circle, don't just be in the inner circle. do the activities, engage. Let's do what we're supposed to do because we want to benefit. And for those of you who have not yet joined the inner circle, it's not, when I look at the cost and when I look at the benefits way outweighs the cost so many times. So I want to encourage you to join the inner circle and learn and grow and continually learn and grow. Grandparents, sharpen the soul.
Mm.
Do not sit back and think, well, okay, my children are grown. I could sit in my laurels. I could relax. Yes,
Mm.
you can relax, but it is important that we assist we support our children. We're not going to take over. We're not parenting the grandchildren. We grandparenting and we supporting. Our role is a supportive role, but we need to know how.
Mm.
So join the inner circle, continue to learn and grow so that you can assist your children and you can assist your grandchildren as well.
Thank you so much, Grandma Diane Smith, all the way from Trinidad, Tobago, the Caribbean, live right here, sharing her intentional parenting journey as a grandmother. And she started her intentional parenting journey as a grandmother. And she says, yes, I started it down, but I can still leave a legacy for my children. And I joined because I want to leave a legacy for my children. This is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. And her last word said, if you want to be in the life of your children today, you must be in their for you to be in their memories tomorrow. You want to be their life today. You can't just jump from nowhere and just be in there just like that. You need to start from now. Thank you again, Madam Diana Smith. Thank you, Grandma. We appreciate you. We love you all the way from Nigeria. And like I told you, we're going to be in the Caribbean soon. And we're going to bring
Yes.
it parenting to you right in your country. We look forward to being there. Thank you so much for coming live with us, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. Great day, everybody.
Thank you. Alrighty. So we had Grandma Diana Smith just now blow our mind. Hey, hey, hey. Were you guys there? I don't know whether you were there, but me, that's how I was writing those points. Omo, when you hear people do things for the reasons they do things, if you're not learning from this series, then of course I can't help you. If you're not sitting down here and you're really thinking, as in, you get to a point you're feeling like, oh, now I have learned enough. I hear some people, they'll say, hey, some people are even thinking, level one, I've learned enough. I can just, I'm just, smiling and having one face smile from the side. You heard Grandma Diana Smith. You need to pay attention. You need to become an advantage to your children and your grandchildren. You need to help your children. Help your children. Help your grandchildren. Hmm. Help your grandchildren. Become an advantage. You guys don't understand. Become an advantage to your grandchildren and your children. Imagine imagine how the children will be blessing this grandma. Hey God. So you guys, this parenting thing cuts across. It cuts across. And she kept saying one thing. She said, I am learning because I do not want to be left behind. I want to be relevant to my children at all times. I want to be relevant to my grandchildren at all times. This is a different times. So if you're listening to me and, Grandma Smith said something, he said the benefit in the inner circle when she looks at the cost is like a joke. If you're still at the point where you're thinking, what are they saying? This inner circle thing itself. And they just want to collect our money. Or is your case. We have left you. We have moved. We have moved because people are now building, legacies. And like Grandma said, she said, sharpen the saw. And she said that thing, if you didn't pick it, I picked it. She said that thing more than 5 times. And she said, sharpening the saw is about you building your relationship with your spouse, learning. And she said, that's the reason that they went to join couples conclave to build their marriage as grandparents. Kai, I don't know. I have learned so much. I don't know about you, but I've picked out so much. I'm even more encouraged to become a grandma that will be so advantageous to my children. When my children remember me, they will be proud of me. Stop chasing your children. You want to be proud of your children. Will your children be proud of you? I ask that to the parents in the inner circle all the time. And for those of you who just look and say, who is she? She just one, one young person. What's she going to teach me and all of that? You need to die your pride. You need to throw it away because you come in and you realize that you don't know anything. All right. So let me not push it, but just throw it away. Find your legs into the inner circle so you can begin to learn. There's so much to learn. All right. There's so much to learn in the inner circle. We have moved. We have left you. While you are arguing whether we should people learn parenting? Should people not learn parenting? We've left Nigeria. People are joining in from all over the world. So the choice is yours. And for those of us who are asking me, oh, I live in Australia. Oh, can I join? We have parents all over. You have seen it for yourself. Tomorrow we're having Nsense is coming all the way from Canada. Nsense has an amazing story. Been married for 22 years. Been, in the inner circle. These parents have amazing stories. And it's as if I should, it's as if I should just keep bringing parents. All these parents have exceptional stories. You don't even want to hear some stories. You will be shocked at how much impact the inner circle have had in the lives of parents. We are cutting across all of the ages. We're cutting across. I think we're also going to bring another grandpa, David Ademi, who is going to also share with you. Yes, we have grandfathers as well in the inner circle. Yes, you're the only one left outside, right? You're the only one left outside. We have plenty people inside already. Okay, so it is so amazing that we're going to have people who are in their 70s. This is all committed to walking this journey. And young people like you and I are arguing whether they need to learn or not. Arguing whether you are 40, you are arguing whether I should be teaching you. Are you guided? You're arguing whether, who is she? What are you talking about? And all of that. You're still arguing. This older generation, as in the way they are waking up, I am thrilled. I went to speak in a church, and all of them were parents that were over 50. Amazing congregation in a Catholic church. And all of them were like, we want to join the academy. They were grandparents, grandmothers. And meanwhile, you go and speak to young parents and they're, doing knows. Meanwhile, you are the one that have, the issues really that you need to be dealing with. Because we can't really say there's a lot to deal with. There's a lot happening in our times. And I hope that you have shared this link with your family and your friend. And hey, the inner circle is the expectation. People say we brag a lot about the inner circle. If somebody said, she just had the inner circle, she didn't know what to expect. Then she came into the inner circle. She said, Coach, you don't brag enough. Please let me come and help you. We don't brag enough. You think we're bragging about the inner circle? We don't. We're not bragging enough. We're looking for words to make it more braggable, if there's anything like that, because we have earned bragging rights, if there's anything like that. All right, the inner circle curriculum is given from heaven. My friend Pastor Wisdom Osiri would say some things are caught, some things are taught. This particular curriculum was caught. Go to any other parenting academy, you won't find it. If you find it, please come and collect your money back as a money back guarantee. We're very, very, very very, very, very vested on this one. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I am wowed. I am wowed at the reason why a grandparent is in the academy. Her reason is not even just to learn, to leave a legacy. Her reason is to pass on successions to her people, to the people coming under her. Because, like we often say, there is no success without succession. What all of the things you're learning, how are you passing it? Remember that your legacy is part of your learnings, your instructions. The parents in the inner circle understand that. I taught on legacy, and we said that legacy is not just money. Legacy is not just what you're putting to your children. Legacy is not just house. Legacy is in the instructions, is in your life, is in your modeling. Go back and begin to sharpen the saw. Work on your marriage, work on your parenting. These two things can never be left to chance. If you leave it to chance, it will chance you. That's just the conversation. If you parent casually, like Dr. P. Sikwe said yesterday, your children and yourself eventually become a casualty. And when they do, of course, you pay the price at that time. Do not be a parent who wants to pay the price heavily just because you refuse to do the time today. The inner circle starts on the 1st of December. The moment we start, we jam our door. Then you wait again for next year. Somebody said, oh, when you closed the door last year, I went to another academy. She said, Coach, it was nothing like what I see you do. And I decided I was going to wait till the next year. All right, if you go to wherever, you will come and wait till you wait till December 1st, 2023. That's when the next class is starting. So pay up now. If your payment isn't complete, you're not accessing the class, you need to. Brenda said, and during her session, Brenda is here. Brenda said, if you need to borrow and pay. You need to borrow and pray. It's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change the way you think. It's going to change everything that you have ever known. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. We see you at 2 p.m. Tuesday live. It's been an amazing morning for me. I don't know about you. Grandma Diane Smith blew me away all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. She is a parent in the inner circle sharing her intentional parenting journey. You want to pay your fee for the inner circle, you can just pay the complete 70,000 naira in a year. And hey, when you do the math, 70,000 naira in 12, you find out that you're paying less than about 6,000 every month. You don't find it anywhere, trust me. And if you do commit that, into whatever system, that's the cheapest class you will find. That's the truth of the matter, because our one-on-one session costs as much as that. So you fall into a pit parenting issue, you come and pay that money like 4 sessions, and we are very unapologetic about it, because it's our time. Yes, you pay for our time, and we don't mince words. All right. So is it not better that you come and learn and prevent these issues before they even begin to surface? She talked about her 2-year-old, and she said, oh, my 2-year-old grandson, we've never beaten him. But there's no need, because I have learned using the discipline that works. The discipline that works is one of the most amazing tools when it comes to discipline. I haven't seen any book written in such a way when it comes to discipline. Not because I wrote it, but because I know that it's also helped my own journey. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let me see your comment in the comment section. Tell me that this was what your time, my soft being here as well. I really do appreciate your time, because Ellen in the morning, I know how it is. You wake up, you wake up, Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let me see your comment in the comment section telling me that this was worth your time. And let me see you hit the like button. Remember to share with your family and your friends. Put in the comment section, it was worth your time. Let me see that. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share with your family and friends. Let me see you. Let me see you as we begin to round up. My name is Wendy Ologi, and I'm the founder of the Intentional Parenting Academy. The Intentional Parent Academy is my superpower. Yes. That is where we teach parents how to be parents. There is a how. There is a how to be parent. All right. Grandma Diane Smith said, you want to do this, you want to do this, but there is a how to do it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It's been a great time myself being here as well. I really do appreciate your time, because early in the morning, I know how it is. So we meet again at 8 tomorrow. We're going to be having a parent all the way from Canada. Yes, right? So that we can also have these conversations going forward. See you for the parents in the inner circle. See you in the yard as usual. And then see you at 2 p.m. at the Tuesday. We're going to be back at the cathedral for our Tuesday live. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button now, because there are a lot of videos that you want to watch that will blow your mind. So just subscribe, turn on your notification. As soon as we go live, you will find us. Thank you, and do have an amazing, amazing day.